don't realize the impact, the long-term impact.
We live.
In most of these situations,
I hear you.
you know, not everybody has other families.
This young man who was arrested is just as old as your children.
Okay. You got to raise the camera up though.
They don't want their face shown.
19, just a few days ago.
Remember?
Huh?
Remember, they don't want their faces shown.
Right
Oh,
now,
okay. I didn't know that.
I thought I told you. Can you hear them?
the damage
Yeah.
that did and caused over nothing. Nothing. Pride and ego. That's it. Pride and ego. Destroy families. And it, and yeah, it affected me the most. But what's been even harder is knowing the impact that Kamari had on everybody that knew him. And having to be there for them. From all over the state of Texas to out of state, and not blood family, just people that knew him, teachers. His elementary school teachers were horrified when they found out. His daycare lady, everybody that ever knew him has been affected by this.
For y'all knowing that there's still someone out there. It's scary.
It's scary. Because these are not good people.
These aren't. I mean, look what they did with the police yesterday.
They don't value life. They think this is a game. They think there's some, recognition or some, clout, for what they're doing. And basically, all they're serial killers. They're just out here killing. No rhyme or reason, no threat, no, just killing.
Why are you not showing your faces?
Because they are still out there.
Yeah.
And because of some of the people that they're involved with or associated with, and because it is still ongoing.
Do you live in fear now?
Some. I've moved, changed location. And, part of that was for work. The other part was because I couldn't stay. It was torture living in the apartment that I've shared with Kamari. Having to look, every time I looked at the front door, seeing me walk out at the last time, waking up in the middle of the night, thinking I hear him coming down the stairs, and it not be him, because I just had to get out of there, and even in the new place, I've been there maybe a month, I'm still unpacking, and the more I unpack, the harder it gets, because the more it looks like home, the less it will ever feel like home again. Like, I will never have a home again. He was my home. He was my everything. See, for the last 20 years, 18 years, I have poured everything I had into that boy. He had everything that he ever wanted. Love. He knew he was loved. I knew he loved me. We had a great relationship. We talked, It was one of those relationships that, when we made wrongs, neither one of us were perfect. But he was taught accountability and how to communicate, and work through issues, using his words, and that. I miss my best friend.
Do you feel like you're one step closer to some kind of resolution or justice?
I feel like we're one step closer, and it is a huge relief that this guy is off the streets, and that he will have to pay some kind of price for what he did, and that we will get some kind of justice. No matter what he is sentenced to, it won't bring our kids back. It won't fill the void of not ever seeing them or hearing their voice. If I had it my way, I'm not saying I would seek the death penalty for him, but a life in prison in solitary confinement without any human contact for the rest of his life wouldn't be a far stretch.
Have police given you any context on what they think happened that day?
Only from what we've gotten from the affidavit. No, the detectives have not given much information other than, hey, we caught him, or that it's been very
real
sporadic.
short. It's real short.
And then we've gone months without hearing from the detective.
What was in the affidavit?
You can pull that up and read it. But I think it just went into kind of the circumstances of how they ended up down there and what they were set up, what they thought the initial, set, what they went down there, what they thought they were going down there for. So.
Have they given you any background on this guy? Like, what is he, just going out there doing this all the time, or?
The police haven't. We have had anonymous people following their Instagram and social medias, and there have been a lot of videos and music videos made by these people and by the person arrested claiming the murder of our boys, giving details, posting crime scene photos, using video clips of me from the first media coverage in their videos. It's bad. And there's nothing the police can do. We get the videos and we send them to the detective, and they say there's nothing they can do about it.
And
my question is how they get crime scene photos.
Yeah. There's one more person that they think is involved. Have they given you any insight on that?
I think they know who he is. They just can't find him.
You guys understand. This is my last question. You have someone sitting next to you today. What is the power of two mothers coming to talk to you?
It's imperative. I couldn't do this without her. I couldn't have made it through any of this without her. She's been my rock. Because like I said, it's just me. And I'm up here. My closest family's 3.5 hours away. My only other family member is in another state. It was literally just me and Kamari. He was my right hand. He was my everything. And all I had. So, and I'm too old to have any more kids. It was a struggle to have him. I had 9 miscarriages before I had him. He was my rainbow baby.
Is there anything else y'all wanted us to know?
That they were phenomenal.
They were not gang members.
They
outside of 1 or 2 little music videos, they were trying to be in here and there. 95% of these boys' lives were spent on a basketball field or football or a skate park or at each other's house playing pool or at my house playing video games, running around outside on the trampoline, riding bikes. Kamari was part of a BMX club that rode bikes downtown Dallas. He was into skateboarding. He was going to barber school. He was looking into trade school after he graduated. He was supposed to graduate in 2 months. He wanted to be a welder and a mechanical fabricator, go into fabrication. He loved his family, and he took care of his dad. His dad's quadriplegic and has been disabled for the last 5 or 6 years. It's been progressive since 2013. He took care of his dad. He, went and saw to him on top of working in sports and trying to pursue, that. He worked a part-time job from the time he was 15. He worked for over a year at Whataburger, and I'm telling you, this kid held a job. He had long-term employment. he wasn't a fly-by-the-night kid. That wasn't, you know, he was responsible. He had goals. Like, he wasn't a street kid.
Yes, thank you. We're so sorry.
That chain that you have, is that of your son?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all both have one that's for your boys,
this
right?
one is Kamari's ashes. It has Kamari's ashes in it. And it has sun right here, and then on the back it has Kamari and the baby guy.
I have his ashes in my room.
Yeah.
I'll keep them close.
Very close. He goes everywhere with me,
We-
just like he did when he was here.
Yeah.
We're still gonna go fishing. We're still gonna go camping. We're still gonna do everything that he wanted to do. And all the plans that we had made. We were going to Hawaii this summer. We were going back to DC. Like, we traveled. We had so many plans. We were just waiting for him to graduate and get out from underneath the school. And now that's the way.
Grab those spikes off.
Let's do the jog. You want that one?
I don't know what his was up here.
You just kind of